May is by far the best month of the year. It's the month where blossoms are blooming, I was born, and has the most exciting fashion event of the year, the Met Gala. Now somehow, I have been completely oblivious to the Met Gala, despite even visiting the Met and seeing the Costume Institute. I had zero comprehension of the Met Gala until my godmother forwarded me this absolute unforgettable picture of Claire Danes slaying it in that light up Zac Posen dress in the 2016 Met Gala. And safe to say, since then, like most people, I've been pretty obsessed every year when the pictures come out, seeing what goodness is served up on the red carpet. Now there's only 2 weeks until this year's Met Gala, so I definitely don't have time to go into anything too intricate, but I did think it might be a little bit fun to knock up something quick and gorgeous to wear. And let's be real, it's not a proper sewing project unless you've left it to the last minute, which I have, obviously. So before I dive into some frantic sewing, let's take a look at what we're dealing with this year's Met Gala. Right, let's go straight to the source and see what Vogue has to say about it. Okay, so the exhibit is called Sleeping Beauty's Reawakening Fashion, and the Sleeping Beauties in the title are the garments and pieces in the collection that are too fragile now to be worn. Wonder if this has been inspired in any way by Kim Kardashian controversially wearing Marilyn Monroe's dress to the 2022 Met Gala. So that's the exhibit theme. The red carpet theme is The Garden in Time, inspired by a short story by J.G. Ballard, which, according to Harper's Bazaar, is...
The vivid, thought-provoking short story is often seen to act as a metaphor for the evolution of human history and the endless cycle of creation and destruction.
Theme clearly mirrored by the Met Sleeping Beauty exhibition. There we go. Cool. So now we know what the inspiration for this year's Met Gala is. Let's try and make something beautiful and quick. Now, I definitely don't have anything that the Met would consider a sleeping beauty because all of my stuff is definitely still wearable. However, I definitely have some stuff that was one-hit wonders. So I thought it would be fun to pull something out of archives, so to speak, and can let it have another day out in the sun. So I thought I could pull out my prom dress, give it a whole new lease of life, and redesign it for the Met Gala. So like any sensible 16-year-old, I was absolutely obsessed with the serene elegance of the late and great Audrey Hepburn. I had also been heavily persuaded by my granny that my favourite colour was green, so when Mum and I sat down to design my prom dress, this is how I ended up with a classy olive green boat neck dress. Let's get it out of storage where it's been for the last 11 years and fingers crossed it still fits. Okay, here we go. Great, so it fits, which is fabulous. Just from putting it on, there are definitely some things automatically that I'm thinking, right, I will change that. First thing is this under the armpit, so itchy, so gonna have to figure that out. The boob cups are about this much too high, so definitely need to like wiggle them down to make that fit better. I feel like waist-wise that fits great, and I forgot that it had this really quite deep back, so enjoying that. And yeah, the neckline is a little bit saggy, so I need to fix that as well. But yeah, this is the base we're working with. Let's see if we can do something fun with it, make it probably a little shorter, a bit more grown up, and hopefully make something fun. Okay, so we've got the base dress, so now let's hop onto Pinterest and get some inspiration on how to turn this into something hopefully worthy of the Met Gala. Right, here's my Pinterest board. I've really tried not to get too carried away because I only have 2 weeks to get this sorted, so I can't do anything too huge. However, I definitely feel like I want to add some 3D florals to it. Maybe not worrying too much about them being accurate florals, maybe making something a bit more abstract like Rihanna in this Comme des Garçons. People do sometimes turn up in more simpler designs, however I'm definitely more drawn to the big, bold, fabulous stuff. But I also want to make sure that I am still paying tribute to the original design and drawing inspiration from Audrey. Yeah. Okay, let's get a sketch pad out and start designing. Keeping it really simple and classy from the front, just shortening the hemline to make it more of a T-length dress and taking off the trim and adding in a separate piece of fabric to go around the sweetheart neckline and around to the back, which will then turn into a big giant bow full of 3D flowers to give us all that pizzazz. I'm kind of hoping that the edits to the main dress won't take too long. It's making all of the 3D flowers that I think is going to take the most amount of time. Design or designed. Join me next week for some frantic sewing and to see how the design actually turned out. In the meantime, have a wonderful week all. Keep being fabulous and I will see you next time. Bye.